Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do some more straw harvest. This is going to be an addendum to the first review video. First of all, I heard a sad rumor that it doesn't work with Stevie's maps. Now I have an older version of Snetterton Farm. This is a map by Stevie, and we're going to see if I can load up the straw DLC. This may end up causing a crash, which it's fine. Just to test it, but I've heard tale that it doesn't work with Stevie's Farms. So, oh, wait, no, here we go. Let's see. No, it worked. Okay, so, and I got seasons and everything loaded up on this map. We're definitely going to have some slowdown because I just loaded in. So you can see the chopping, but that's normal. It'll clear out. That's good news. So I'm not sure what he was talking about because he said it doesn't work with any of these maps and it's been known and tested and... Well, here you go. It's working. I mean, it loaded. I don't know if that means like down the road. We can even do a little further test here. And let's see. Baling technology. Well, I want to go to placeables. Right. Placeables. And just make sure our stuff is in here. Yep, there it is. Dude, don't have enough money. Oh. Well, we can at least place the sale point. No, I wouldn't do this in real life, but okay. So that works, and I'm going to save the game and come back in again. Save the game, yes, and we'll try to open it up again. We're going to quit the game. Snetterton's, there we go. Continue. It's got the straw harvest added in, and let's go ahead and do that. So it could be some people maybe have another mod that's causing a compatibility issue. But there we go. Snetterton Farm by Stevie does work, so I'm not sure. I had one of my viewers tell me, hey, this is known and everybody's having this problem. Well, I'm not having the problem, so there's got to be another mod that it's conflicting with. But let's see what happens. So we've actually added it in, we've saved the game, and now we're going to go back in again, and let's just see how it works. And there's our start. And we're back in again, and it has not crashed. So don't know what to tell you, buddy. But that is incorrect, and it actually does work with these farms. So, and my sale point's still there. Now, what sucks is I realized I just spent, well, it was only 500 bucks. It's not like it's the end of the world, but I spent company money. This is Micah and my farm. Though we've been playing on a different map. As you guys know, we've been doing the El Stancha La Pacha. Yeah. So, anyway, that's that. We're going to sell, I'm going to sell this. Hang on. I'll be right back. I've also really been enjoying the this loader. Makes it really fast for loading up bales. So that's a good the combo with the crone that puts them in the rows of 3 like this, and then having the bales like this. It's pretty useful actually. So this is a good way to store your bales in pellet size trailers. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I think probably we'll do this. I want to put them here like this. Pardon me. Still feeling a little bit under the weather. Obviously, I'm going to drop those. And let me grab one more set because I don't know how many we're going to need to make. Obviously, I'm going to only make these 6 because that's all I got left. I probably could grab some from there, but I'll show you what my idea is for that too. We're going to play around with the crane in a little bit in the factory, so I want to try that out too. And you know, somebody was saying that you could put a conveyor belt into the factory from the field so that you don't have to like run it. Because remember, you guys, when I was trying to get my tipper in there and I was complaining about how hard it is to get the tipper in, well, you could always run a conveyor belt in and then just dump it outside and have it convey into the building. There's all kinds of things you can do. That's the great thing about, you know, once again, the farm sim in general is just that there's so many different ways to do the same thing, and I love that about this game. It's one of the things that makes it such a fun game to play. So, oh crap! I screwed up that bottom. I didn't see that happening. Oh well, life will go on. Life will continue. Stop it! Oh, still got to get used to the gas brake thing. I wish you could separate the pedals out so that gas is gas and brake is brake, and then like have a shifter for reverse. I tried to get this to see my clutch as reverse. But I think I have to download a mod to do that, so... And then I'll be screwing that up forever because I'll be so used to doing it this way. So what we're going to do is we're just going to grab this first bale here. Just going to tap it on. Just want the one. There we go. Grabs the... Stop it! Oh! Frick. Yeah, we're going to come over here and put this on. I'm not very good at that, am I? And we'll set this down here. And drop it. Well, that's not that's not the right button. All right, let that get chewed up. Did it shut off? No, it's still going. Oh, for crying out loud, it didn't grab it though. Oh no, there it goes. All right, now it's getting it. All right, get the next one here. Grab this. So you can do this. You can do field side grinding. So after you bale and all this stuff, you can then take the bales and turn them in rather than running the Premios. I don't know why you would do this. Once again, you know, okay, this is great. Unless you want to store the hay bales, and then you realize you got too many hay bales, and you want to, you know, delete some of them. You want to, you know, use some of them for other profit, you know. So that would be a viable reason for doing this. But to me, like, why on earth would you bale and then do this on the field side when you could just run the Primos and get the material that you need off the field without having to crush bales? You know, there's no point in doing this if you can just run the Primos and collect what you need. It's not like you get more material doing this, so I don't know. I don't know why. But somebody was pretty insistent that, hey, you could do this. Why didn't you do this? And I'm like, okay, well, we can try it. And it does work, of course. But I don't really see a benefit to this, but, you know, once again, you could just run the Primos without having to do the bales. But it's a neat idea. Once again, it allows you to do a little bit more with the product. Let's see if it'll go in like that. Hopefully it will. Kind of screwed it up. Uh-oh. Bugs. Nope. Got too much. I just want the one. There we go. Pardon me. Is it going to go? Hopefully it'll go. I think it'll just like whoosh, snap in. There we go. Yep. Because at that point it becomes an animation. It's not. Oops, that's not over far enough. Push it out of the table a little bit. There we go. And how are we doing on content here as far as like how much is this putting into our tipper? I'm trying to get up there. Come on. Jump, my dude. Jump. No, I don't want to. Oh. So it looks like we're not going to fill this thing up all the way, but we don't really have to, so. There's the little pellets. It's like, it looks like guinea pig food to me, but okay. That is actually probably what guinea pigs eat, the little pellets, you know. All right, so I'm going to keep doing this, and I'll be right back. Now, one thing that I'm noticing that's a little bit distressing or disappointing is that, 24,000 liters of grass in the bale is only producing 7,000 liters of pellets. But I wonder if they're more potent. Like, I'm wondering for the feeding process, and that's what we're going to do next is, you know, getting this into making this cow food, basically. Is that going to make a difference? So I'm going to put some more bales. We have, so the 24,000 made 7,900, so about 8,000. So you lose about 40 or 50% of the mass, but that could be just the compression. So let's go ahead and I'm going to leave this running. I have a couple more bales that I'm going to crush up. I forgot there's a pile up there that I'm going to grab. So I'll be back. We're going to go ahead and put those in there. We're going to get as much as possible for our food mix. I'll be back. Yeah, so already I'll just tell you this. This is much, much slower than just running the Premios on the field and collecting. I mean, think about this. I've collected about one load. With the Premios, you can collect that in about 2 minutes while you're running up and down the field instead of doing it this way. This is just a nonsensical way to do this. I don't know why anybody would would in factory or out of factory. I mean, the bottom line is this is the worst way to run this device. Like I said, if you need to do it because you've got too many bales and you just are deciding it's time to scrap some bales, then I get it. But if you're going to be doing this at home, like for normal use, whoa, this is not the way to do it. Crap. Ugh. Push it over. Yeah, this is like the really long way to do this. So I think you're, once again, you're much better off just using this thing, running it up and down the field and making pellets that way. This is a unique idea, but the shredding speed is just... Look how long it... I mean, that probably is how fast it goes in real life, but like, man... Shoot me now. Alright, so we'll finish filling this up, though, because we're already in the middle of it, and I want to get these processed. I don't have any more hay to... I'd have to mow and ted some more hay, so I guess we're doing it this way. But, yeah, this is not the right way to do this, so... Push this on a little bit more. There we go. Okay, and while we're doing this, I'm going to grab a different tractor. Alright, so here we are, you and me. A couple of silver spoons. But you can see here how fast I'm making product. Once again, the hay will go this quick too, so just do it this way. I don't see any point in doing it the other way because that way over there is taking way longer than it takes to produce the pellets this way. Pardon me. But the only downside is you have to unload it, but so what? I mean, you're still going to do it 3 times as fast. You just have a tractor nearby with some trailers and you're all freaking set. It's so much faster. I'm super curious to see how this works. I'm going to dump this trailer here. What a mess, but that's what we're doing. I'm just doing this for sake of brevity. Dump this one next to it. Now I'm thinking with this scooper, with our Silo King, we should be able to just pick this up with the sucker on the front. Let's dump these out here. You can do whatever way you want. This is just how I'm choosing to do it. If you're really trying to store this stuff, I really wouldn't necessarily just dump it out in the field and leave it because it's going to go bad when it rains. But if you don't care, then you don't care. And for demo purposes, I don't really care. So we're going to keep an eye on our mix ratio. The hope is that this makes a lot fast is what I'm hoping for. Don't know that it will, but the assumption is that this will be very rich material. Let's see if we can suck it in. No go. No suck. That's not promising. So let me see this then, if we do it this way. No, I don't know that this can be used in TMR. This is an assumption on my point. You might be able to just feed it right to the cows, but it may not work for TMR, and I don't know. Do we have cows, by the way? Let's check our menu real quick and see if we actually have some coodles. None. So we'll buy some cows here in a second, and we'll try to dump the food in there and see what happens. But I'm going to see. This may not even let us dump in here. We'll have to see. It's not looking promising. Nope, the Silo King, you can't use this in TMR. That kind of sucks. Okay, well, there you go. They say you can store it for your animals, but the game doesn't support it, it doesn't seem like, at least for TMR. So let's go ahead and buy some cows and see if we can feed it directly to the cows, because the cows do eat hay. So let's go ahead here, open the dialog. We're going to buy 100 cows. That's fine. Once again, how do I get so much money? I edited the XML file. This is my junk farm, so don't get too worried about it. Let's see if we can feed this to the cows. This is a good thing. So, okay, so this is another comment that came up. Somebody said, I've never seen anybody do animals with it. They all say that you can do it, but nobody's shown it happening. Well, I guess we're going to find out, right? Nope, it is taking the food. Okay, so now let's look at our animal menu, and oh, look, hay pellets. So it actually has a hay pellet category. And it counts as silage hay, but doesn't count as power food. Unfortunately, it is the exact amount that I dumped in. So you don't get. You're better off just putting hay bales in there, because the hay bales will give you 4,000 per bale. With this, we just dumped half of what I made in there, and it only gave me 4,000. How do I explain this? I put 36,000 liters of hay into that machine. I only got 11,000 liters out. So you're better off just putting the hay directly in there to feed them their hay. It's cool that you can do hay pellets, but you're not getting much bang for your buck. So I would not recommend doing this for animal food storage. That's a little bit disappointing. Once again, you're better off just saving the bales. But then again, if you want to sell it, then you can sell it, and that's where it comes in. You can also burn this stuff. We'll do a little burn here in a second because we've got the Hyzomat. We'll put a furnace out here and just test it. I don't know if it can take these or not, so we'll see if it accepts this. It may say this is not accepted. No, look, okay, that comes out as straw. That's pretty cool. Okay. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. And that gave us 13,000. Okay, now for the straw, it worked. So you can do this with straw, because that actually, I put 4,000 liters in, but it expanded out to 13,000 liters. So doing the straw, it works, but for the hay, it doesn't. So don't use it for food. For hay, but you can do this with your straw to store straw. Okay, so now we know one works, the other doesn't. That's a little bit more positive. So yeah, so if you put this in, see this, the full bucket here is 4,400, and that became 13,000 of hay. So that's pretty cool. So you can store your hay like this. You just can't, or I'm sorry, you can store, let me start over again. This is a good way to store straw if you want it to take up less space, but yet give it to your animals. But it's not a good way to store your hay. So don't do this to your hay if you're going to feed it to the animals. You can do it to your hay just to make pellets and sell them, and that's cool. But don't do it if you're using it for your animals, because you're going to lose out on the hay. But for the straw, go ahead and do it. It actually works. So anyway, that is good to know. So now let's go ahead and, just for poops and giggles, we're going to buy a Hyzomat. Just to try this out, because supposedly you can dump stuff into this and get your money's worth out of this and sell these straw and hay. Let's go ahead and try this out, just to try it out. And once again, you could probably make as much selling, but this is just another way to sell this stuff. People do use this to burn. My mom just called. Nope. See, now I was misled. Somebody said you can do this here, and apparently you can't. So, there you go. There's that. Dispelling all the myths. It does not work at the Hyzomat. Or I'm doing something wrong. That sucks. We'll try this. And if the Hyzomat doesn't take it, I don't think the heating plant will take it either. We'll try hay. Does hay burn? It's making me hot just thinking about this. Nope. Hay pellets is not accepted here. So, no. Let's see if there's a modified one that does. Now, you probably can get a modified plant that will burn this stuff, but as of right now, that's a little disappointing. So one of my viewers, Neil, had a whole bunch of good questions. Some of them I've answered already as pertaining to the animals and the usage of TMR. But one of them was, like, which one's worth more when you sell it? Where do you make the most money? Obviously, like, what's the price difference? And so we're going to do a direct comparison because I think he's right. We need to just, as close as I can, figure out what the comparison is, you know. And so we're going to, I've got my Rockstar Stealth Tractor and my Cal Vultra. And some other cool mod tractors for this portion of the thing. Usually I don't use mods when I do these videos, but figured it won't hurt just once. Most of these tractors were special edition tractors that went along with different packs and stuff that they offered. The Vultra was a pre-order bonus. It's basically just the regular old Vultra S, I think, or T model. Let's take a look real quick. Oops, wrong button. 9P. There we go. Oh, for some reason my alarm is going off. I'll be right back. It's a T-Series, so hang on one sec. All right, so I've got my tipper full, and I'm going to go dump this into the manufacturing facility, and we'll get this process started. I'm going to have to make all of these into, you know, all this stuff into pallets. So we're going to do the pallet procedure here, and then yeah, it's interesting. I'm finding out that you guys have been watching my channel for a while. My computer's been stuttering. It's definitely OBS. I was noticing the stutters worse today, and I turned OBS off and all the stuttering went away, and then I turned it back on and now it's doing it again. As soon as I turn it off, it stops. I don't even have to restart the game. It's OBS. So I think I am going to move to a two-computer solution here. So anyway, that's another story for another video. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Like I said, it got a little bit long here because I'm doing all this little bit of extra stuff for my viewers. That's cool. It's moving out. And but I want you guys to be able to see thoroughly, answering as many questions as I possibly can. And like I said, these questions came in last minute, so you're going to see this kind of Frankensteined in to the pre-show or to the pre-end of the show. I'm going to be like, hey, oh, by the way, thanks for watching, blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to start scooping stuff in, and we'll see what happens with our pellet prices as we sell these. But yeah, there's definitely a slowdown going on, and this is not my computer can handle this no problem. So it's definitely OBS, dang it. So I'm going to go ahead and get the pallets made and onto the trailer, and then I will join you back in a minute. I wanted to see the wrapping process here. I don't know if it actually wraps the bales, but I wanted to see what happens if it does or not. Guess it fills this up. There's one more row to go on there. That should be... Oh, no, it goes up higher. Okay. Just... Like, how high does it stack it? The other thing I don't like is that this machine makes absolutely no noise. There should be some kind of, like, zzz, zzz, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But seriously, there should be some kind of hum or something as it makes these pallets. It's really cool, though. Still, I love it. And here it goes. Let's see. Does it wrap it? Or do they just come out wrapped? No, they come out and then they just get wrapped. Okay. They were like, hey, we should put a wrapping stage in, and then they like looked into the development and thought, nah, you know what? Let's not. Let's just not pretend like we didn't have to. So I'm sure it's probably a lot easier to say than do, you know. JCB seems to be doing okay with these pallets. It's a little heavy for it, but we're doing all right. If I hadn't, you know, jacked up where I put this, like the ramp coming out, it makes it really bad. All right, there we go. Trying to make this as smooth as possible, but what have ya? There we go. I don't know how many we're going to get out of this, but I'm thinking, I don't think we're going to be able to double stack it, but anyway, I'll keep loading. I'll see you guys in just a moment. All right, to explain to you the end of this experiment, the end game, I've got 21,000 liters of straw, which is the easiest. You just need a collection wagon. I've got 21,000 liters of pellets that were made with the Primos and just dumped into this trailer directly. So let's go ahead and see what these sell for. And last but not least, I took 21,000 liters, or another tipper full, of the pellets and put them into the factory where we're turning them into palletized pellets. And we're going to see what the price difference is. So for the straw, I know, this is why I'm here. I'm going to get in here and I'm going to dump this wagon out. And we're going to see how much I make. I'm going where the highest price was for each of these. So this is the only place you can sell this, though. So we made $2,570. It's pretty low. I think that we're going to make more for now. The price does not vary on that, though. So no matter how many loads you put in, you're always going to make $2,500. Once again, we're playing on, I think, on normal. I don't think this is on. It could be on easy, though. I don't know. But whatever. We're just kind of getting a range of what prices are going to be. So we're going to pull this guy up next in our Northproof Nokian Tired Valtra WRX edition. So we had $2,500. Let's go. How much we're going to make with a full trailer load? I think it's going to be significantly more. Whoops. $33,000. So literally about 11 times more, maybe even 12. Let's see, 10 times more would be 25,000. So almost like 14 times more for those pallets. So right there, you can see the Primos. That was only 2 strips of straw, by the way. I'm sorry, 3 strips of straw in there from that field. So in one field's worth of use, you probably could make about $100,000 or more using those pellets. The Primos will pay for itself in the first day to 2 days of use, honestly. If you got big hay fields, the Primos will pay for itself very quickly without you having to buy the building or anything like that. So now the last thing that we're going to do, so we got $2,500 from the straw, $33,000 from the trailer load, and now we're going to run over here, and I haven't finished this yet. We'll get to it in a second, but I'm basically making more pellets, and I did 21,000 liters, basically that tipper right there, same tipper we used for the other. This holds $33,000 of pellets. I've dumped those pellets into here, and I am palletizing them as we speak and putting them on this trailer. We will sell that and see how much we make to see if this is really worth the $400,000 to invest in the facility. If we're going to actually make that much more money on the, if we make more than $33,000, which I think we will. I've got one. Right here we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. $25,000 right here. And there's 30 right there, and I'm not even done. I've still got stuff left here, and I've still got stuff going through. So I would say this probably will be worth it. However, there's a time factor too. I mean, this has taken a long time for me to get this made. I've been working on this for probably a good 20 minutes or so, once I dumped it off and actually producing these pallets, and we're about halfway done, maybe a little bit more. So it's taking some, it's taking some time to make these pallets, and that you have to factor into the cost. So if this ends up being like $35,000 after we're all said and done, it ain't worth it. If this ends up being like $70,000 or $80,000, well, then it's definitely worth it. So, because you're almost doubling what you can make just selling the pallets straight, or the pellets straight. I would think that the pellets would be worth more than the pellets. Just to make the words confusing, because that's it's not helping our cause here. The words sound so much the same. You've got a pallet of pellets. I think these are going to be worth more, but I could be wrong. All right, so let's see when it's done. One of the things I'd like to make note of that is pretty cool, not necessary, but watch this. This has folding doors, and this is stuff like this that I'm kind of playing around with. Still making pallets, by the way. The door opens up and closes, so you don't have to have all your doors open all the time. There are folding doors that actually close and open. That's pretty neat. I actually touched it the first time, and I'm like, it was taking a long time, and I'm like, nah, it does. I'm sure it doesn't work. And then I walked away and came back, and the door was down. I'm like, oh, I guess it does work. So we are still going on pallets here. I'm thinking this is probably going to be worth it. We're already at almost 10 pallets. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 10 pallets, and there's more coming. So this is going to be about $100,000 right here. I'm sorry, this is going to be about $50,000 plus more. So it will be worth it in the end. Maybe. Once again, you still have all this extra work that I'm going through, though. I mean, this has been a lot of work to do this. Or time. I'm basically just shoveling stuff in and pulling stuff off the assembly line, but it's taking time to do that. I've been at it for, let's see, I started at about 8 o'clock, maybe 7:45, and it is now 8:30, and I'm still going. So if you have time and you don't really care, that's what happens. So anyway, we'll catch up in a second here once we get to the finish point, but I just want to give you guys a little view of what's going on. So, all right, folks, so for the moment of truth here, we've got the last pallet off, and we took it down to 0. So I don't know, there's a couple pallets a couple pellet bags on the pallet rack. So you're not getting a full count, but we've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times 5 is, let's see, I don't know. I got to do this in my head. Hold on, I'm not very good with math. That's why I'm a photographer and not an accountant. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, So we're looking at about $75,000 worth of product, if I am correct. Oops, I should probably fasten that one down because it's about to fly off. And in that case, it definitely is worth getting the big facility if you can afford it. I need to close this because that makes it so that you can. Wow, this is really heavy. Oh, this tractor is really struggling. Ching, 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 ching. Oh, yeah. 73,529. Literally $40,000 more than what we made with just selling the pills straight up. So if you sell your pellets via trailer, you're going to get less than, you're getting about 40% of what they're worth if they're palletized. So you definitely want to palletize them and sell them. So once again, it was, if you just collect the straw and sell it, that's $2,500. If you make pellets out of the straw using the Primos and you sell it, and that's, we're talking a 21,000 liter amount. So it's the same across the board. 21,000 liters of straw gets you 2,500. 21,000 liters of Primos pellets gets you $33,000. And 21,000 liters of packaged and palleted pellets gets you $73,000. So, Neil, hopefully that answers your question. It's literally way double the value worth it to do it that way. All right. So we are in here. We're gonna attempt to use the crane. Oh, much better. I don't know how to make it go up and down. We need to look at the controls here. The switch crane tool, X. And let's see here. I don't really know what controls make it move. Okay. No, weird. It's not. Let's see. That's that. That's this. Okay. Wait, what happened there? Like a leaning action or something. Oh, okay. All right, so this is going to go. It's a little awkward. I'm going to try to make it so that this. It's weird, though, because the closing and opening are the same action. I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, that's up and down. Nope. All right, there we go. Drop it. It's like, I feel like I'm playing one of those, nope. One of those, like, picking up the doll machines, like what do they call that? Like, where you, and then we're going to close it. Okay. And bring it up. And that's 800 liters is all this carries. So I'll have to figure out how to make it so it doesn't do that weird thing when I try to open and close it. I want them to share actions. There we go, and it's going to start making buckets. And then we're going to go back. Forget it. I suck at these. Once again, Arthur at his best. So let's go ahead and put this down. See exactly where we are. Are we over it? Am I past it? No, I'm on it. There we go. It got 2. I didn't want that. Alright, so do this again. Open it up all the way. Dang it. See, this is not gonna work. It's not the crane's fault. It's the fault. It's my fault for not having the controls set up, and you have to go out of the game to set the controls back up, so it's like, this is a nightmare. Okay, try this again. I just want one bale. Like I said, it's going to be painful to watch. I warned you. Alright, so we're going to stop that. Stop it. Stop it. And then we're going to move this over. And I'm going to take this and set it down again. Put it down. And somehow I'm going to try to rotate this without dropping it, but it ain't going to happen. There we go. Okay, alright. There we go. And I'm going to raise this up. And it didn't let go. Let go. Frick. This is no worky so good. There we go. Oh, lovely. So I don't know. People talk about how the crane's the best feature of the thing and all this other. I don't know. It's not working for me. Though it is. Let's see what happens. It is moving along. Let's see what happens when it gets to the end. Will it get sucked in, or what's going to happen? Oh, it's lowering. My personal opinion, I wouldn't bother with the crane, but some of you guys are going to like that feature. If it was set up properly, I probably would like it a little bit better. I'm going to have to go into my config settings and, make some changes, but that's how you can do this. Anyway, that's a pretty cool feature. I want to see what happens, though, because we have, this is going to be like a half and half section, because it'll be... This is just faster with the telehandler. See this nice little. This unit's perfect for this building. I almost never use the JCB, but this thing would be perfect for this facility because it's so tiny. You can just get in and get out, So if you want an excuse to buy a JCB, skid steer, this is your opportunity to really, I need one, honey. Our business needs one. all your server mates like, hey, look, dude, we really need this. You want to operate the crane? Because I don't want to operate the crane. See how much easier. To me, this is way easier. I don't know. A lot of people like doing the cranes. I just find the front loader is a lot easier to operate. This is very front loader-esque. Plus, it's small, so it fits in here and it can turn real tight. So you're not gonna get stuck on the building. The nice thing about all of this, you guys have to keep in mind, is that this material is free. We're getting straw off the field after a harvest, so it's not like it's, it's free material. Same thing with the hay. You're getting hay off you can just make grass fields and make hay. So, it's an industry, and you're getting it from material that just grows for free. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time on Farming Sim 17. Once again, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I'll try to get to them. But like I said, I made this video because a lot of guys were, whoa, palletizer, stop. Oh, that's cool. So it's telling you these are blocked. Neat. All right, guys, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. Once again, this DLC can be purchased from aerosoft.com, AERO soft.com, and I'll put the link in the description. Have a great night. See you guys next time.